coming and attending the Fiji Tropical Fruit Festival this morning. I want to acknowledge two guests that have flown in from Hawaii, from the Hawaii Tropical Fruit Growers. This is President Mark Suiso. Mark, where are you? Yes, Mark, everyone. Round of applause for Mark, please. And he's Executive Director Ken. You able to stand? No, Ken, that's fine. Okay, Ken Love. These two gentlemen are fruit growers, like many of us here today. And they are part of the Hawaii Tropical Fruit Growers. And they're also here to help us in Fiji, help us form our tropical fruit growers as well. But that's just us. We've changed the scenery a bit for the purpose of this. We've got the camera and the other mic in front here. So thank you. We will start with an opening prayer. So if I can call on Solo, please to come in. Solo is the chairman for Nature's Way Cooperative here in Fiji. They have 300 plus farmer members, many of them farm papaya.
Our Father which art in heaven, in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, we thy sons and daughters bow our heads before thee this hour, and we come unto thee in gratitude. We thank you for the weather that thou hast provided. We thank you for the safety of journey for our friends and our families and our colleagues who have traveled from afar to be here in Bula, Agro, and to commemorate, or rather have the first of the fruit festival that we are engaged in today. We submit our day to thee and seek upon thy blessings, that thou may guide us and help us and bless us with thy knowledge, that we may celebrate the fruit festival and the years ahead of it, that we may enjoy the blessings and bountifulness of thy hands upon this earth, Heavenly Father. May thou guide us and teach us, Heavenly Father, and work together to bring goodness into our lives and our health and our families, and more so with our relationship with thee. We're grateful for this opportunity, and we thank you for all thy creation. And this we pray to also bless our families, and we ask of this in no other name but in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Votualevu Solo. And Vani, if I can call on Vani. Vani is one of our Telewoman growers from my Navakai sector to Garland, our chief guest. Our chief guest for today is Dr. Chandra Samekto.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Nakawani, and if you notice, our chief guest garland has ornamental pineapples on it as well. So again, commemorating this special day that we're all here for, is to recognize our tropical fruits. Now, next in our program is our welcoming address, and this is by Sanjay Kumar. Sanjay is son number one of Mr. Sant Kumar, who's the owner and proprietor of Bula Agro here. And if I remember correctly, Sant, you can correct me, I think it was back in 2016 when we started talking about hosting a fruit festival. Today is 2024, Sant. That's many years in planning, and kudos to Sant for continuing to be in the forefront of fruit is wealth, fruit is health. And this was his dream, and it's so great to come here today, to see all of you here today, but also to see his dream in action today. So I'm going to allow Sanjay Kumar to tell you the rest of the story behind this. Sanjay.
Thank you, Lavinia. Bula, good morning everyone, namaste. You're all part of history today. this is Fiji's first ever Tropical Fruit Festival. So each one of you is part of history today. So thank you for coming in. Before I start, for that, those that don't know me, that young gentleman down the end there, we are related somehow. No, here's my father. Here's my father. We don't look alike, probably, you know, he got more hair on him. He eats a lot of fruits. So, before we get into who are we and why we're here, right? I'll touch base on that a little bit through the morning welcoming address. But first, a little bit of housekeeping. Bathrooms, gents down the end of the driveway there, ladies just out this way. The layout of the tour exhibits, we'll go through that with you. Our refreshment booths, all day refreshments, just right there, right? For just in case any of you injure yourself or anything like that, we do have a first aid kit there down at the MC. So if you have any allergies or anything, just speak to the ladies at the refreshment booth, and they'll tell you what the ingredients are in a lot of the stuff they've prepared. And most important, please, no fruit picking. Please, please. All these mature fruit trees have been sold. There's a buyer already, he's paid us money for it. So we held it till after the fruit festival. So we needed to display all our fruits and plants. So please, if you don't, he's paid for it, he won't be happy. So now, let's get to Bula Agro. Who are we? Can anyone tell us who is Bula Agro? Sant Kumar? Yes, that is Bula Agro. Yep. Now we are we've evolved over the years. We are a solution-based nursery that was established about 13 years ago to cater the needs for our farmers, the backyard gardeners, and so we evolved over the years to more along the lines of, and when we started, our motto to this day still stands: fruit is health, fruit is wealth. Fruit, you eat, it's for your health. Fruit you produce to sell is for wealth. So it does play a lot of a part in everyone's. So we provide from here, we provide real cost-effective solutions to our ever-changing, changing everyday problems with plants and plant care. So all saying less fruits this year. Every year it's getting less and less and less. We try and get and resolve what the problems are. Everyone comes to Sant Kumar and goes, oh, having this problem, and he's been providing free advice for all his life. So encyclopedia of fruit trees. We are the front line where people come, like you go to a doctor. We try and be the plant doctor. So people come in here with problems, and we don't mind helping them out. So that's what we are. We don't charge for our service. We work with people and we find solutions. We'll show you some of that today. We'll show you some of the solutions today. So that's who we are. Now, why we're here today? Can anyone tell me why we're here today? Anyone? No. Exactly. We are here today to celebrate fruits. Now, this was a vision of Dad for as long as I can remember. Those that know him really well, this has been a dream and a vision of his. It's come true today. Thank you. Thank you. I remember he rings me every New Year. Every New Year. I've set a New Year's resolution. All right. Everyone has a New Year's resolution. I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to lose a bit of weight. This gentleman here, I'm going to have a fruit festival. So every year he sets a resolution, I'm going to have a fruit festival this year. Come October, November, oh, not enough fruits. What can we do? Oh, no. It's not going to happen this year. So we cancel it. It's been happening like that for, he'll tell you how long it's been going on for. So, again, we are here to celebrate fruits. These trees we have planted are part of our heritage, where we come from, where we belong. Every race, religion in the world love fruits. No one can say a good thing about fruits. Every person on this earth loves fruit. Again, for nutrition and wealth. The other thing we want to cover is climate is changing, so must how we farm fruits. Right? Climate is changing. Everyone's saying climate change, climate change, climate change. It is affecting our fruit production in a big time, big way. The other thing is your local versus imported fruits. Anyone don't know how much fruits we import? Too much? Yep. We did some numbers. We import 3 times more tropical fruits into this country than we export. So, and we call ourselves tropics. We have a problem somewhere. So let's address that. Now, another important point which we want to cover is what is the number one issue at the moment affecting everyone in the world? Cost of living. Cost of living. Every nation, every person is hurting in the back pocket. Everything is going up. So it's even overtaken climate change. If you do some research on it, it has overtaken, climate change has taken a back seat. Cost of living. All these fruits here, they will cost you more than, and that's why supermarkets import. Because buying local fruits is so expensive and they're not making any money by selling this. So supermarkets get, sorry, I'm going to pick on supermarkets today. I hate them. Because they import second grade cheap apples that have been picked about a month ago and you pay premium dollars for it here. Then you've got this mango here, this guava here that got more nutrition than 15 apples. So that's something we want to focus as well. The answer to the cost of living is simple. Overproduce. Feed yourself first, sell after. Just flood the market. That will bring everything down. And that's what we need to start doing. Right? That's in brief what I wanted to say. Now, for those on the left hand side here, I've started a collection database for us at the nursery here. I started this about a year ago. So what we have here is a Bula Agro fruit plant collection register. Some fruits have a subcategory on it. I have every one of these fruit trees in this nursery. There's about 44 here. And Ken, Mark, they will tell you that their organization in Hawaii does the same thing. Yeah. So, and the idea is to build on this right here. So if have a look at it, And if you think you've got something that I don't have here, please, I'll be your best friend. I'll ring you personally. Now, just get me, I'll be around somewhere, leave me your name, number, and we'll come get you. Now, we have something very important I want to introduce to you in this welcome. If it wasn't for the Minister of Agriculture and our partners, PIFON, they are our partners, we won't be holding this event. So, thank you again. It'd be a bit selfish for me to welcome you guys by myself. So I'd like to call on this gentleman and we'll do the official welcoming. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Now, where is Jay? We've got something to present to Mr. Kumar. Now, in the program, we have prepared a song for this event, which is called Bula Agro Beats. The first song, you've got the lyrics there. We're going to play this song. Have a listen. If you feel it was done by here. Come on down. Me and him sat there for maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This is my son Jay. And we wrote this song. We tried it on my wife. She was watching movies. She came out, turn it down. Right? We said to each other, we're not going to turn it down. If she comes out again, she does these ones, it's good. So next time she came out, she said, it's saying something about Fiji. We turned it up even more. Then it said Bula Agro. We turned it up even more. And we knew it was good. So hopefully enjoy, and hopefully get jiggy with it. Here we go. Thank you.
So alive, dancing under the stars where fruit and music thrive.
These are women from our local clusters. They're just celebrating fruit. Here we go.
Palm trees, where dreams come true. With every bite, the love we renew. Let's toast to the moments shared by just a few. With every rhythm we dance through. Oh, Fiji, tropical fruit festival. We're feeling so alive, dancing under the stars where fruit and music thrive. Bula Agro fruit party, we celebrate tonight. In every backyard in Fiji, let this dream take flight.
Okay, everyone, let's clap. Let's go. Clap. Clap. Let's go, everyone. Remember, today is a day of fun.
Party, we celebrate tonight. In every backyard in Fiji, let this dream take flight. Underneath palm trees, where dreams come true. With every bite, the love will renew. Let's toast to the moments shared by just a few. With every
Let's go,
rhythm.
everyone. Clap in the air. Let's go.
Festival. In every backyard in Fiji, let this dream take flight.
All right. Look at that.
We celebrate tonight. In every backyard in Fiji, let this dream take flight. We celebrate tonight. In every backyard in Fiji, let this dream take flight.
Thank you.
Naka, everybody, a round of applause.
Thank you.
Now, are you feeling the fruit in the air? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. But amongst the fun, we have to do formalities as well. So allow me to introduce you to our chief guest today, Dr. Chandra Samekto. He is the current representative and country director for the Pacific Island countries International Fund for Agricultural Development, or in short, IFAD, or as we say in the Pacific, IFAD. Chandra is a seasoned development professional with over 7 years of experience, with a strong focus on agricultural development, climate resilience, poverty reduction in both Asia and the Pacific. As the representative and country director for the Pacific Island countries, Chandra is responsible for overseeing IFAD's strategic direction, partnerships and project portfolio in the Pacific region, including Cook Islands, Fiji, Kiribati, Marshall Islands, Micronesia, Nauru, Niue, Palau, Samoa, Solomon Islands, Tonga, Tuvalu, and Vanuatu. Chandra has extensive expertise in managing multi-country and multi-stakeholder programs and in forging strong relationships with national governments, development partners, and local communities like Bula, Agro, and PIFON. His leadership and strategic vision has significantly contributed to IFAD's mission to empower rural communities and improve food security, livelihoods, and sustainable agricultural practices in challenging environments. Chandra at this time is also overseeing the monitoring and the management of this project that we have been funded under today, FO for ACP, and that's where Bula Agro as a member of PIFON comes under. So put your hands together and welcome Dr. Chandra Samekto.
Thank you. It's very impressive. You can introduce me much better than I do usually. So even I don't remember all those words, I don't know where it's come from. But it's been my great pleasure to be here with friends and colleagues. So thank you for the invitation. When I received the invitation, no hesitation. Probably less than an hour, I just replied, I will come. Because this is very important. It's really honors to be part of this historical moment. The first Tropical Fruit Festival, and especially organized by San Kumar. So San Kumar is very inspirational person, and especially for IFAD. Almost all IFAD high-level guests, we always bring it to Bula Agro. Hopefully it's not really annoying you, San Kumar, but we want to just show how important about the farmer organization, how to address climate resilience in the community. And I came from Indonesia, which is also tropical. And that makes me feel home to see all these tropical fruits. And I already ordered papaya and mango from Nature's Way. Hopefully I can get it tomorrow. So it's all been great to see all this high quality fruit, and hopefully it's not only the last time that we'll have it, so it can be more regular. So either like biannually or annual event, it will be great and much bigger. So hopefully it'll become like regular event that everyone come and celebrates. And I would expect to have more kids, young people to come to enjoy the varieties, the biodiversity, the richness of the tropical fruit that we have at the moment. We already have the listed. I just talked to Kyle, and it's very impressive. Maybe we can even double it in very short time, because so many that probably not been listed. And even talking about like jackfruit, there's so many type of jackfruit. Breadfruit, I remember the last time we in Cook Island, we have the breadfruit people. It's first time I just knew there's so many varieties of breadfruit. So there's many things that actually we can grow here. I think the important one that we keep this biodiversity and also pass the knowledge to the younger generation. And even this, first time I saw even there's a fruit here. It's a real fruit and very impressive. I had this Stephen prepared that one. Thank you so much, such a kid. And it's a real fruit. And yeah, this is my childhood fruit. I usually have it, and also there's comfort here. So anyone who wants to have comfort juice, feel free to take it from here later. It's very impressive. Usually flower, but this is very, very nice fruit. And again, thanks so much for the invitation. I was actually in Nadi for the Seed Solution Forum. Please don't quote me, but it's not really difficult decision to come rather than to be there. No, just joke aside, it's really good to be surrounded by friends, which has become family now. I feel like really part of the family here. Thanks so much, Christopher. And enjoy the festival. Hopefully you will have a very memorable time here and can have the next year one. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Chandra. As Chandra said, he's from Indonesia, and globally there is a tropical fruit network, and they are based in Indonesia. So again, like Chandra said, we are very obliged to have your presence here today. We will now have an overview of our Fiji fruit industry and also the fruit research and development. And this will be presented by our Principal Research Officer, Horticulture, from the Sinatoka Research Station, Mr. Savanava Dumuna. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dumuna.
Thank you. Very good morning to you all.
Good morning.
And very good morning to all our colleagues, farmers, our representative for the chief guest, Mr. Kyle Stiles, our old friend, Mr. Kyle, and our old friends in the ministry, Mr. Sam Kumar. Also Lavinia and farmers, colleagues, Dr. Richard Bear, Madam, and Dr. Taltala, and also farmers and entrepreneurs. I can see ministry staffs available. Welcome this morning. I think this event was organized by our officials and also Mr. Sam Kumar. As you heard this morning, this is maybe the first fruit day celebration, because the reason is this. If you look at the fruit industry, I previously worked on rice, I previously worked on cover research, on ginger research, on root crops, on coconuts, on tree crops, and now they've shifted me to handle horticulture research in Fiji. So Dr. Richard Bear is laughing. Thank you very much, Doc. The slogan this morning when we had fruit is wealth, fruit is health. I think that's the global slogan, and it's true. And if you go into we always host agriculture show every year. And when there is a fruit display, what happened to the fruit display? It disappears. It starts working. So our staffs have to replenish the display every day. So what does this say? The people want it, people demand it, because when you display fruits, the first thing is the attractiveness. When you see different colors, when you see fruits, it's very, very attractive. But ladies and gentlemen and dear friends, I didn't prepare any speech. If you look at the fruit industry in Fiji, it's one of the least developed industry. I think we can all agree. It's one of the least industry. When you look at the whole value chain, most of the fruits that we see here are grown wild, are grown in the backyard. Now it's what? It's mango season in Fiji. When you drive from Momi right up to maybe to Rakiraki, you'll see mangoes everywhere. But what happens after this? What happens to the what happens to the surplus? There is no organized systems in Fiji to organize the fruit industry. I think this is the start. When government prepare the strategic planning, there is also strategic planning to develop the fruit industry. First of all, we have to go back to basics. One is how well we can maintain our genetic resources. All fruit trees are growing around in villages, in settlements, whatever growing in your backyard. These are all part of your gene bank. when you go to countries in Southeast Asia, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, these are the fruit growers. And they started small. They started small, they failed, they started small, they failed. Now, when you talk about fruit production, it's in Southeast Asia. And when you talk about fruit production, it's in South America, the tropics. This is where Fiji is stepping into. Ministry is stepping into some of the countries, some of our development partners, on how best we can develop our fruit industry. I was talking about genetic resources. I was talking about tapping into different types of vegetative propagation, because most of these fruit trees are developed, we can only propagate through vegetative propagations. And when you go to Asia, these Asian countries, they have modified, they have a lot of types of, different types of vegetative propagation where they can trim down the size, early fruiting, and these other things that are part of our R&D programs. We are not going to work in isolations. We are going to work with our local entrepreneurs. We are going to work with our farmers, with our development partner, international institutions, to develop the fruit industry in Fiji. We have a commercial agriculture development program, which is called the CADP program. And part of this is the development of fruit orchards. I think we started way back in 2019. So far, from the figures given by our team, we have established around more than 70 orchards around Fiji. From the 70, there are some very, very successful orchards. In 2017, we released a green pearl guava. And now it's just like a hot cake in Fiji. We displayed in, I'm also part of the Seeds Forum. I was supposed to be, power off, power is off. Okay, I was supposed to be touring with the Director General of FAO, which is here in Fiji. So I have to excuse myself to come to this important occasion. And so far, I was mentioning earlier that we have established more than 70 orchards around Fiji. Because if you look at the way the fruits are grown and the fruits are organized in Fiji, this is the only way where you can commercialize, where you can properly organize, and also have a system of production when you have fruit orchards. And we are moving into farmers, we are moving into settlements, into villages, trying to change the mindset of the farmers. And they are asking us, what is an orchard? What is an orchid? What is an orchard? So we tell them it's an orchard. The orchard is a more organized way of growing and systematic way of growing tropical fruits. Some are talking about processing in Fiji. Some are talking about value adding. We have to fix production first. We deal with production first, the oversupply or the surplus, and then we can come and deal with product development. But our team are already doing research and development on how to develop some value-added products from some of these important tropical fruits. The teams are over there. And also their booth is on the other side. So we hopefully that we are here as a representative from the ministry. There is a strategy, there is a plan in place, and it's already been implemented. How we are going to organize, how we are going to assist farmers, stakeholders with government intervention in forms of policy support, in forms of funding support, and also in terms of collaboration support. How we can target the whole value chains of our important fruit industries in Fiji. Ladies and gentlemen, again, just to end my short speech this morning, that we have seen that this green pearl guava, we have done some little bit of calculations. If you have, one plant can give you, they say, around 50 kg per year, one plant. And if you have around 300 plants, and if you sell it for $10 per kg, you'll be getting 240,000. And we have seen that it has reaped, these benefits has gone to some of our commercial guava farmers, who have supported them with the assistance of the Taiwan Technical Mission. We are working with TTM partners, and also there are other development partners are coming in to develop the fruit industry. Just to conclude, me and my team sitting over there, Madam Carlo, our Senior Research Officer, we have successfully introduced the MD2 pineapple. If anybody have seen MD2 pineapple, you can search onto your Google, see what is MD2 pineapple. This is one of the best commercial varieties that is available around the world. We have successfully introduced this, and they're just about to be out of the post-entry quarantine from Cornivia. And also we have looked at some other high varieties, high-yielding varieties that are available. We have some bilateral talk with the government of Brazil. We will be introducing also some tropical fruits from Brazil. And also our Taiwan Technical Missions, they will be bringing in some sweet oranges, some sweet mandarins. These are all part of developing the orchard industry. And we have also discussed with some commercial farmers on how best we can develop the mango industry and the banana industry. These are ways on how we can really tap into some of these big ventures. When you talk about ginger, talk about papaya. Again, papaya, we have issues with the quality of Fiji red papaya in the export markets. So our team is working very hard on going back into addressing the purity of the seeds of Fiji red papaya, because the production issues has changed. The market demand has changed. The consumer preferences has changed. I'm talking about the export market, but the local market, the preference is not. It's not the same. But Fiji needs foreign exchange to grow the economy. We all know that. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for listening to the team from the ministry. This is our contribution this morning. We all enjoy the Fruit Day celebration. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
At this time, I'd like to acknowledge we have regional growers in the audience as well, and these are growers that have come to us through the PIFON network. PIFON is Pacific Island Farmers Organization Network. So I'd like to ask our regional farmers, regional growers, can you please stand, please, so we can acknowledge you, please. Thank you very much for joining us and for being part of our Fiji Tropical Fruit Festival here today. And we hope that we can take this message out. I want to tell you a very quick short story. So, under the PIFON network for the fruit program, I recall there was a pineapple program and also a Fiji Red program where there was a farmer-to-farmer exchange. So Fiji worked with Tonga, with Samoa, with Vanuatu, with Solomon Islands, and went out and helped our growers in the islands, in the region, also produce fruits as well. Fiji many years ago couldn't consistently produce pineapples. Today when you go to the hotels, what do you get? Consistent supply of fresh pineapple. Okay, and again, thank you to the Ministry of Agriculture and farmer networks like PIFON, where they work to increase production. Like Savi said, it's all about production. So we are here today to celebrate fruit. Fruit is health, but more importantly for us farmers, fruit is wealth. So we can put money in our pockets to feed our families. Eh? That's what this is all about. And so I'd like to introduce our next speaker today. He's probably well known to you, but he's going to talk to us about the commemoration of fruit from the farmer's perspective. So Kyle Stice, he's the Executive Director for PFARM, Pacific Farmers. So please, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Kyle, please.
Okay, good morning everyone. Sare and Chandra, Sant. It's really an honor to be here today. So, I don't know if you guys read, but you're supposed to bring a fruit as your admission. So this morning, I woke up. We have a small place over here in Langalanga, and I went to go and look around for what fruit to bring as the admission. Some of you don't know, my family and I moved to Hawaii recently. So when I was looking around at the different trees and figuring out what fruit to bring, I was picturing my children up in these trees. I saw there's one mango tree in particular that was full, and I could literally see my children sitting at the bottom, the big son up there climbing, and the other kids down there eating. Yeah? I'd like you to do something with me. Yeah? I'd like us all to just close our eyes for a minute, and when you close your eyes, I want you to think back to your childhood. I want you to think back to one tree that you remember climbing, or one tree that you remember sitting under and eating. Eh? So let's close our eyes just for a minute and go back. Some of you go back a long ways and see if you can remember climbing a fruit tree or sitting there underneath a fruit tree. Maybe you can picture exactly the tree, or maybe you can taste the fruit. So these experiences are very special, and they shape so many of us today. One of the problems is the next generation might not have these experiences. When I eat a kavika, I can think of the kavika tree that I grew up climbing and eating. And so when I see a kavika, I always want to buy it or want to grab it. But what happens to the next generation if they never grew up picking a fruit tree? Or if they never grew up climbing or sharing with their friends? They won't have a love for eating fruit. And this is one of the reasons that we are here today. Because all of us can make sure that we plant fruit trees and that we encourage our children to eat these fruit so that we can continue to have these experiences. When we are disconnected from our food, it's a big problem. And this next generation is becoming more and more disconnected. They're going to push the papaya to the side, push the banana to the side, and they're going to want to eat bongos and UFOs and lollipops. So this is our collective job, is to make sure that our children have these experiences, like hopefully you were imagining the tree that you were climbing as a child, or the fruit that you were sharing. And many of those trees that we were climbing, somebody else planted them, or they belong to someone else. And this is true. There was almost a big generation where we stopped planting fruit trees, and this has to change. So I'm supposed to talk about the farmer's perspective a little bit. When we work around the Pacific, we've found that farmers really want three basic things. Never mind if it's Solomon Islands, Tonga, Samoa, they want three basic things. The first thing is they want planting material. Before you can put in a new type of root crop or a fruit tree or anything, you need the plants. So that's the first thing. The second thing is they need information about how to grow it, right? If it's a new crop, you need information how to grow it. The spacing, what kind of food it needs. And then the third, and probably the most important, is they want to know where I'm going to sell it. Huh? So if we think about this, the farmer needs these three pieces of information. Where are the farmers going to get this? Where are they going to get their planting material? where they're going to get information on how to grow it, and where they're going to get information about how to sell it. And my suggestion is that this has to be a partnership. No longer is the Ministry of Agriculture going to be able to do all of this for all of the farmers. They have a very important role, but also we as farmers and farmer organizations also have an important role. This nurseries all around Fiji, farmer organizations all around Fiji. It's only through a partnership between farmers and the private sector and the Ministries of Agriculture are we really going to meet the needs of farmers. We saw in COVID that the number of farmers increased and they didn't have enough planting material. They didn't have enough information or enough extension officers or other farmers. And so this is the big challenge for us. How can we work together to make sure that the farmers get access to planting material? Anybody here that wants to buy fruit trees, do you know where you can go? Or do you have to place an order and wait 6 months? This is the reality. Farmers need access to planting material. They also need information about how to grow it. Information about how you handle pest and disease. But most importantly, and as my colleague from the ministry said, we have to develop the value chain. We have to be able to show farmers that when you plant one of these pearl guavas, that there's a market for it. And how much are you going to get for it? And what does that market want in terms of quality? And so we have a lot of work to do, and I'm hoping that at the end of this festival, we have a more clear vision of how the farmers and the nurserymen here in Fiji can come together to help solve their own problems. Because this is the future, is that nobody's going to solve our problems for us. But working together, we can make a big impact. Not just for us, but for our children, the next generation coming up. And so I want to congratulate Sant and Sanjay and the Ministry of Agriculture for a wonderful event. Nakra.
Test, test, test. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Kyle. Test. I know the fan's on, so that's nice. So here's a fun fact for the pearl guava, or even for our native guava. 1 guava a day takes care of your vitamin C, for your daily dosage of vitamin C. Yeah? So if you have a guava a day, you know, they normally say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Let's localize it and let's say a guava a day keeps the doctor away. So, you know, like what Kyle said, let's encourage our children to eat our local fruits. If we're giving them lemons, oranges, local guavas, kavika, they are getting their daily dose of vitamin C's. Eh? And today now we have a big problem with NCDs. If we are feeding our children fruits, you won't have that problem. So, you know, please growers, make sure when you're going out, make sure you have your mangoes, your pawpaw, your avocado, and whatever trees that you have, you can grow them. And you can share that with your children. Eh? So next up in our program is actually the tour of the exhibits. Yeah. So, yes, it's working. Magic. Sanjay, are you ready? Sanjay was busy fixing the electricity. Don't we love EFL, eh? We love EFL and our love affair with EFL. We are continually having these calculs. But thank you, EFL, for bringing us back to reality this morning. So now we have our tour of exhibits. So along this line, we have some of our partners. The first is the Telewoman program, and this Telewoman program is a program that was initiated again by Sant. We started this program during COVID, and we worked with many of the hotel staff and aviation airline staff who were retrenched at that time. and we got them to growing, learning to grow. So we have a lot more growers out there who are now, because COVID has finished, they've gone back into the hotel or they've gone back flying, but guess what? Now they know how to plant. Okay, they know the technical aspects of how to plant. So that's good. That's the first one. The next tent. Sanjay, you ready? Yep. To take the, yeah. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll have the VIP group follow. For many of you, if you wish, you can follow them as well, or you can follow the commentary that Sanjay will do for the exhibits, and then we'll come back here. So you can either do the exhibits now or in your time after we've done the actual exhibits. So.
Oh, by the way, while we're waiting everyone to come around, you would have been handed a set of quiz questionnaire to fill out for today's event. It's a fruit quiz. I hope you get it right. There's a prize for anyone that gets it right. But the last question is is you won't be able to tell unless you drink our famous Bula Agro tamarind juice. Okay, so that's what you're trying to guess through there. Once you filled it out, give it back to where they gave it to you from the registration side of things. They will go through and see if you've won the prize. We will come back and before the event is over, and we'll announce. And we'll have a lot of competition on the way as we go along throughout the day. And there's heaps of prizes to be won. First one, it will be a watermelon. All right. I'll hand you over to Vani. Vani is our one of our Telewoman coordinator, and she will go through what Telewoman do. And yeah, thank you, Vani and Arti. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Bula, everyone. Can I just speak in Fijian a bit? Pabinabinaka na numuniti ko ba lelebu? Vikim din sintarobinaka na bas pabalango sana bas tinga bakaviti, and I'll go back in English. Kona Telewoman program kata uya butaki ngai ng Bula Agro, Shan Kumar. Kito may buli. Valile na buli kito sangay train taki me kito nandua nandau we train taki. So they train us as to be a trainer. Pabinabinaka taka lebu na kaya buli kina babuli dikina. As you will come along, you'll see, and we can answer your questions from here. And I'm so glad that you're all here and hear about Telewoman program. Telewoman is what Shan Kumar taught us about the Tell a Woman. When there's no no electricity, you just can tell a woman what you want. Tell the woman, that woman will tell another 10 women and another 10 women. That's how that Telewoman program started, as it said, tell that woman. That woman will carry on with that, tell another woman. It's not coconut wireless, but tell a woman. In our program, we do a training to all village women and all cluster groups. You're most welcome to ask for a training in groups like clusters in villages. We thought about sterilization of soil, seedlings, and we do so many things and even recycling. We do recycling too. That's what we learned from Telewoman. And we are here to tell those things, and we have two with this to give away so you can read it yourself. That's all. And I'm Vani with the Telewoman program. Don't want to talk.
You already said all the things. So if you want, you can come and taste the things here.
We have some. Close it, please. We have something here to taste, and it's on sale too.
There, some pickles there.
Yeah, if you wanna buy, and we have something here to write your name and your address. If you wanna buy, and you can order from there. But, yeah, that's all from us, from Telewoman. Thank you, Sean.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's very briefly Telewoman program is. And before we move on to the next one, we're working out with remote areas, outer islands, and villages and settlements. So the main issue is getting the flour made out of breadfruit, tapioca and things like that. And most of the islands don't have electricity. So here we have one small grinder that works with electricity, but it's like you see electricity went off and couldn't communicate. So Sanjay will just show you briefly. This is a solar panel charge battery, and it can operate in a remote areas, islands like Didia and Mola and Matuku and all that. So Sanjay, can you very briefly, please?
All right. Hello. 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 All right. No phone, no internet, no power. How we communicate?
Yes.
Yell.
Yep.
All right.
Tell a woman.
Tell a woman. This is how we communicate. No phone, no net. Okay. Here we had a few women from the outer islands. They've got no electricity, no form of charging a phone, no lights, no nothing. They said we have to wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month to get flour. Okay. He came to me with a problem. I said, all right, well, let's fix this up. So this is what we've done. This is a solar panel. I put it out in the... So this is a solar panel. I put it out in the sun all day. That's what the ladies can do. Put it out in the sun all day. It charges this battery here. Once it charges this battery you can use at night time, afternoon, wherever you want. It won't give you or run your whole... This type of setup here will run a fridge and a television, if you just put it in general sense, probably for a couple of days, right? Running a machine like that, you do make enough flour as you go through. And so today we're going to do dried, where did it go? Oh, yeah. Dried bundi, right? This is full dried bundi. This is, thank you to Tutu. They provided us with this bundi. Yeah. What this does, I'll use the power. Sorry, I'll charge the battery and I'll come back to it because we used it when the power went down for the PA system. So I'll charge it and we'll come back to it. The other thing I mentioned is we are a solution-based nursery. We listen to the farmers, we listen to the customers, the backyard gardeners, what they come in with, what sort of issues. Now, when we're doing planting out in the fields, so typical example I'm going to pick here is how do you normally plant your papaya seedlings? In a plastic bag?
Yeah.
What we've, so the farmers came in and they said, costing too much labor. Half of them die. Root disturbance. So what we did is, this is biodegradable bags. So if you want to have a look at it, the biodegradable bags, once the plant gets to a certain stage, we use these biodegradable bags, and you can see the root system down the bottom there coming out of the actual bags. So you don't have to take it out of the actual plastic bags and plant it, hopefully destroy half the soil, the root structure, the plant shock. You don't get any of that. What you're doing is dig a hole, 1, 2, 3, bang. Put it, fill it up with soil, away you go. What are you saving that you don't have now? A lot of labor. No one wants to work. You're saving money on labor. So that's one of the initiatives. That's our own research, and the farmers love it. The farmers love it. Down this way, I'll show you another one of our research products. we will gather around this orange tree here. And Chandra will do the honours now for us.
Okay.
All right. Now, what he's looking at. This is something that it's a type of marketing, aerating. This is, we call it, me and Dad sat down, we tried to come up with a name. We couldn't come up with a name. He turned around to me and said, let's call it Black Balls. So we named it Bula Agro Black Balls. So if you want to have a quick look in through there, this was done about 2 months ago.
Okay.
See the root structure in there? The reason why we use these type of balls is the root system needs to breathe. Excess water flows back out through the bottom there. Now, what the most important thing, it keeps that dry, and then you can keep feeding, nutrient feeding the actual root system. With the traditional marketing, you can't, when you do the plastic, you can't open it and keep putting water in it. So what we tried out is a seaweed solution, right? What we've done with these ones is instead of using rooting hormone, we've used honey, apple cider vinegar, aloe vera. We've tried it with all, it works, right? The only thing, if it's dry, you got to water it. And during the rainy seasons, it's fine. So, you want to have a quick look before I open this?
Open it up.
Yeah.
It's getting hot. We're doing on citrus, we're doing on jackfruit, we're doing on mangoes, we're trying out all. Because farmers want bearing plants, eh?
There you go. That's established. You've got, we want quicker fruiting fruit trees. That's got fruit on it already. So that's got fruit on it already. That's got the root system there already. All you have to do. No, you do the deed. That's it. That's the new plant. And what we're going to do is for this young gentleman here, we're going to present this as the for you to look after.
Okay.
On every year, ring us and see how the orange tree is going, and bring us some fruit.
Oh, this big homework.
Yep, the big homework. Yeah. So you're going to plant this.
Yep.
Just in there. This is going to be straight in there. Yep.
Have to be straight or?
Yeah, just about there. Now, what you'll see, the other thing we're using is the grow bags. It's easier if he moves to a different place or anything, you can take it with you. So, do a bit of watering. Make sure you don't forget it.
Yeah.
This is yours.
You have to look after it, you know.
It's already there. And same thing we've
Okay.
done with our jackfruit here. So,
Thank you, we'll move on.
Thank you.
We'll move on.
Thank you.
All right. Then. Next is our propagation workshop. This gentleman here is one of the best plant doctors in Fiji. He is the best. He, grafting, budding, marketing, he is the man. So I'll put Ashwin Kaka, he's my kaka. on, and he'll run through a few things quickly.
First of all, I said good morning. My brother Cynthia, his son, and my boss at the back. Mostly myself I rep for Singataka Research Station, but I retired from the Ministry for Agriculture. And I'm the second generation in budding and grafting. I'm the second generation man in Fiji who do all these things. First my dad, and then I replace him. Second myself, and third my elder son. He's a chef, but he's working with me in the nursery. And third, another person with me here, he's still working in the Ministry for Agriculture. He's Seri Loma. He's the one who learned from me. Now he's a senior man in Ministry for Agriculture in Singatoka. Okay. First of all, just to show you how
Zero.
It's a local mango.
Yeah.
And this is another variety.
Okay. Yeah.
And this variety I cut it from hybrid.
Okay. Yeah.
There are different methods of cultivation, and what he's showing you is grafting. The rootstock is the local mango, and now he's putting hybrid tomiak into mango. And there's a big demand for grafted mango, and we will the United States have program. So he selected his sound room.
This branch from the mango, hybrid mango.
Yeah.
Once you cut it, you call it a plant.
Yeah.
And after cutting and pruning all the, remove all the roots, it's called a side root. That means it's hybrid mango sign. Sorry, this is not, we call budding and grafting knife. Why we calling this budding and grafting knife? Because in front we use for grafting.
Okay.
At the back we use for budding.
Okay.
Why we make it cut here? Because once we cut the skin in the middle and side grafting, we don't want the stem to be damaged. Just why they give this one in one knife, but we do two things. One is we do grafting, the other one we do budding. And this is grafting tape. But here we hardly get in Fiji, but now we still get in Fiji. And I bought this coil of grafting tape is $3.95.
Is this the grafting knife inherited from your father?
See, this is hybrid and this is local mango.
Yeah.
Then I have to prune it nicely, cut these all knots. While removing, don't let this bud damage. If it is damaged, then it doesn't take. Okay. And
the rootstock and the sand root should be of the same thickness, no?
that should be matched.
Yeah.
After grafting, then we use the grafting tapes. This tape is bit stretchable. See, this 2, 3, then we tie here. What will happen after this? But we in research, when I'm working in Ministry for Agriculture, then we got research that we telling farmers that 18 to 20 days. 18 to 20 days. If it is very good rootstock and healthy sinewood, then it gives result 18 to 20 days. After 20 days, you see the buds coming from top.
Okay.
This is food wrapper. This is food wrapper.
Yep. Yeah.
It's coming in one plant.
Okay.
It's cut in pieces.
Okay. Yeah.
Top.
Okay.
Once finished grafting, you can put, we said, pot watering. Pot watering means that you have to put water just on the soil, on the inside the pots. Okay. Don't shoot on top. Okay. If it is raining, then you can put this 6 by 4 by 4 pot size, and you put on it, so that when it's rain, water flow from here. Apart from that, you can put urea. After grafting, you can put urea. Then after 2 weeks, you can put NPK, because very less soil here, but plenty roots inside. Yeah. Those roots want food. Once it gives foods, then this part will be survived. Otherwise, it will die. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Apart from this mango, we graft citrus too. See, this one I did it today.
Okay.
This one I grafted today. The bottom one is Molicaro and top one is variety seedless lime. Seedless lime, no seeds, but we got plants here.
Okay.
Yeah. And some plants down below, we got Maya lemon, the seedless lime, and Chemcod. 3 varieties.
Oh, it's ready grown.
Yeah. After grafting, it takes early fruiting.
Okay.
Like we planted in seeds, it takes about 20-30 years.
Yeah.
But this one, you can get about 2.5 years or 3 years. Yeah. And
Okay. Thank you for sharing. That's a round of applause for.
So what we'll do is move the next one.
We'll move on down to the next one. Next one is the Fiji Beekeepers Association. They will introduce to you what role bees plays in fruiteries. So I'll hand it over and he'll give you a bit of rundown.
Bula, everyone. You guys may be thinking what we guys doing over here with bees when it's for fruit festival. So bees play a very much important role in the plants, fruits, and everything. Bees do most of the pollination for fruits, and if there are no bees, the pollination won't be there and the fruits won't be to the correct size and shape. So bees play an important role. We have got some T-shirts over here that say "Save the Bees." Last year we were promoting our local honey for local stores. This year we are promoting to save the bees. And as you can see, these are live bees over here. There's a queen somewhere over here which is marked, and some of the equipments over here which we use for beekeeping, and these are our last product, that's honey. And this honey is for over here, you can taste for sampling. Okay.
All right. If you need more information, please come to any of these booths. These guys will be here all day. We'll quickly move on to the next booth. The next one is Nature's Way. Nature's Way is the exit gateway of fruits and vegetables out of this country. I'm going to break up here because it's getting out of range a little bit. Who's going to talk here? Rebecca? Yep, Rebecca's coming here. Just quick one. Quick one. We're going to move.
Okay, we basically do HTFA treatment for mango, papaya, and breadfruit, mainly for exports. Basically, the right species of mango we normally do is it the parrot mango, and what's the local one? The Fiji mango, and that's the pickle, and that's the Hawaiian papaya. And that's the breadfruit. The normal two species of breadfruit that we export is Utondina and Balekana.
As I said, if you need more information, the ladies will be here. And you can ask whatever you feel like. All right, next one. The tour is getting smaller. The group's getting smaller. Hello? The group is getting smaller, so... Okay. We need... This is the most important section here. Look at these ladies. You'd be thinking, we've set up a massage place here. A massage. Who wants a massage? Come on down. What role does fruits play with massage? Look at this.
Come here, Roshi.
It's a fruit festival. All right. I'll introduce the lovely ladies here, and they'll talk about what role fruit plays with beauty. All you ladies, come on down here. We got some beauty sessions happening. All right. Yep.
Bula Vinaka, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Loselini Leoningila, and I am with Rossi Fotofili. We have come all the way from Suva to come and demonstrate how we can use tropical fruit in beauty therapy. We have some freshly blended guava for skin exfoliation. We have some blended papaya. We have blended pineapple and guava and cucumbers. We already have a first booking by Mr. Sant Kumar. He's going to get a foot scrub right after this, after the tour. I also see the assistant minister in the Prime Minister's office. I would like to invite him to be the second client for today. All we're doing is demonstrations, and you're very welcome to come and sample the treatments that Rossi will be providing. Vinakavalevu.
Thank you. The ladies will be here, so you know where it's happening, the massage. All right, we move on. We have our friends here. Everyone knows Friends? Well, I will get this lovely lady to introduce us.
Bula everyone, my name is Nani Sivo, and I am with the Foundation for Rural Integrated Enterprises and Development. And we have, our organization, as some of you may know, we are located in Tuvu, and we are the homegrown. We work closely with rural communities, and especially women, children, and also men. So currently, some of our team members are out in the rural communities conducting trainings in terms of food processing trainings, nutritious meal trainings, and also organic farm trainings as well. Naka.
Thank you. If you need any more information, please feel free to ask questions and go through their products. Next one. Down the end here is our important partner that we partnered through to hold this festival. It's the Ministry of Agriculture. They've got the best stall here. Looks good. And I will get Carlos to go through what the agriculture's perspective is. Thank you.
Naka, welcome to the Ministry of Agriculture demonstration and displays. We've displayed the message that was given this morning by our representative from the Ministry of Agriculture. The promotion that we are having for fruit development in Fiji is what you can see in our display. The Ministry of Agriculture is providing the fruit seedlings, supporting farmers. In terms of the initiative that we have now, I'll first start from this end. Planting of fruit orchard. The establishment of fruit orchard, and the fruit orchard we have a few commodities that we are promoting: breadfruit, coconut, guava, citrus, banana, and a few other commodities that are promoting under our fruit orchard program. So from this fruit orchard program, what we will get is variety of fruits in 3 to 4 years' time. The displays on the exotic fruits, these are mostly the introduced fruit to Fiji, which we have evaluated and have given out to farmers for planting, for their fruit planting. We are also displaying some imported fruits for today. We are trying to have an awareness on the importance of our local fruit. We have a variety of local fruit and abundance of local fruit in Fiji, which we think that can replace the imported fruits that are being sold in the market. So for these fruits that are displayed, the Ministry of Agriculture is also assisting in the supply of fruit seedlings. We also have nursery operators that are also assisting the Ministry of Agriculture in terms of provision of seedling materials to farmers. So we have understand the demand that is there, and we are working towards getting a lot of nursery operators to have a lot of seedling, to be able to have a lot of fruit be available in Fiji for the next 4 years. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Carlos. We'll move on to the next, last two left, and we're done with it. Next one is our beautiful ladies from Tutu Tavini. They will tell you about what they do at the Tutu Rural Training Centre. They've come all the way from there. They've prepared a few, looks like some nice cakes. I'll pass it on to the lovely ladies to give us a rundown.
Coming through Tutu Rural Training Centre, Taveuni na Bula. Gonga na bika kirau the kabamai na wheat flour na ice cream banana flour, and also we processing turmeric, and also breadfruit pasta, cinnamon sticks, cinnamon powder, ginger powder, moringa powder, and the moringa dried one. And also we are doing processing chips, punji chips, breadfruit chips, and also we making fruit juice. We take our own fruit from Taveuni to Nadi, and also we bake breadfruit cake. If you want to taste it, you can come around and taste the breadfruit cake, and also goes with the fruit juice. Votualevu.
All right, the last one is our refreshments booth here. They got it wrong. It needs to be sitting up, and this thing, see there? There you go. So these air breathers should be open, and then juice will come out like juice. All right, this is the refreshment booth. There's all sorts of different freshly prepared, home-prepared fruits, fruit juices, ice cream, desserts, breadfruit chips. It's all coming through. I think there's not enough room to put all that there, but it's open all day. It's open all day, so feel free. I think that's about it for the tour. Feel free to go through any of the booths at any time. Ask as many questions as you possibly want to. And then enjoy the juices, enjoy the fruits. We will take a break. We will get some fruit music happening.
And it's a children's story, and we give it to people all the time. And whenever someone has a child, that's one of the first gifts we give to the children. And the way the story goes is you open it up, and these two kids go to see their grandfather. And the grandfather says, go in the backyard and go pick mangoes. And there's a picture of the kids climbing up the tree and picking mangoes, and there's a dog, and everybody's having a great time. And then the grandfather says, go take those mangoes and give it to the neighbors. So the children load up their wagon and they go to the neighbor. And the first neighbor they go to, they give them the mangoes. And the person there gives them papaya. Then they go to the next neighbor and they give them mango. And the neighbor gives them jam. And they go to the next neighbor. They go to 5 or 6 different neighbors. And every time they go to see a neighbor, they are so thankful. And the neighbors give them something else. And then they come back to the house. They left the house with a full wagon. They came back with a full wagon. And there was a picture of them sitting around the table with their grandfather, and everybody's happy. But the lesson is that's how you build community, that's how you build neighbors, that's how you build biodiversity. And I'm sure that happens all over the place. But to your point, Kyle, that was a very common practice, and we need to continue it. I think they'll do that at your house all the time, right?
Yeah.
They will, right?
That's right. Yeah, no, that's the other important part about fruit trees is the sharing of fruit, and the being able to build a community. When you have too much of something, then you can share it. Okay, so we want to move on now to a little bit of a discussion. So we are planning over the last 2 days to form a Fiji Tropical Fruit Association. So a group of nurserymen, of growers, farmers, working together with government to really help move fruit forward in Fiji. Not just the growing, but all of these things. So now that we have all of you here, maybe some of you might be interested in joining an association, right? Put up your hand if you think you would be interested in joining an association like that. Okay. Okay, so that's the easy question. Now is the hard question. What would you want that association to do for you? Or what would that association do to benefit you? So every organization has to have a real purpose. You don't just form for the sake of it, but they have a purpose. So those of you that put up your hand, what would you like to see a fruit association in Fiji do to help you? You put up your hand and we're going to bring you the microphone. Okay, please speak in the...
Provide some planting material. I'd love to be able to have access to some of those exotic fruits that are available here.
Okay, everybody heard what she said? If she was a member of the association, she would like to see the association help her to get access to more planting material, and especially trees that she doesn't have. So that's a very good example. What else would you like to see an association do to help you? Please.
Bula everyone. She said to identify myself. I'm Yogita, Senior Dietitian from Nadi Hospital. And I will say that there is a great need to do some promotion and marketing. Because having a day like this would mean a lot if it's done on a regular basis. Because we talk a lot about fruits and vegetables, we understand the need, it helps in terms of health. But I personally feel that we still need a lot in terms of marketing. Once people will understand the value, then it will happen. And together what Madam said, we definitely have to secure the security part, food security part as well, which also comes up with the affordability of the fruits. In Fiji, if you see apple tends to be cheaper than guava, and we know that guava has much more nutritive value than apple. But in terms of affordability for the Fijians, we find it very difficult to promote and market. So I would say just promotion and marketing of the locals would be one of the best start that we would like to see.
Great. That's another great example of what an association might be able to do, is also to help promote fruits and do some, together with the ministry, to really help to promote more the consumption of fruits. That's another very good suggestion. What else? Please.
Bula and Jenny, looking into starting a new farm. I would probably look for the knowledge where knowledge is provided to the farmers, and then depending on the variety that you pick, they're all coming under knowledge, and then the finance side. The system is finance from the government to come through, and then the time frames and the timelines that you can get a return on the investments that you've done.
Cool. Great. Very good point, sir. To be able to get that, she would like to see an association that could help give information about growing, but also what you could expect from finances. If I plant these fruit trees, when do I think that they're going to give me fruit? And how much would I be able to sell? Because farmers are always thinking about those things. Because your time, your land, all of those things you're calculating. Am I going to plant this crop or that crop? So that's another thing that the association might be able to do. There's a good suggestions. What else? Please.
Yes, thanks, Kyle, and thank you for all the organisers. It's been a great day as far as I'm concerned. Currently, I'm looking at fruit and vegetable loss in Fiji, actually in four Pacific countries. And what I'd like the association to have a serious look at is the value chain. That's the point at which something is harvested to the point at which it returns some money at the market, the vendor, so the producer to the vendor, and to have a look at the points along that value chain where losses occur, and to address exactly those things. And where there's excess, then it goes to waste. There's a difference between loss, which happens up to the point of sale, and then waste, which is what's left over on Saturday night, that either goes to compost or the pigs, or the kids are force-fed. One of those three options. So I'd very much like the association to have a look at value chains and to have a look at particular snags in the value chain where value is lost and the return for effort is reduced to the farmers. Thanks, Carl.
Great, thank you. Yeah, that's a very good suggestion that the association might be able to look over some of these and identify where the big issues are, but also the opportunities. Yes, please, Ken.
Thanks. I'd like to see, as an association, I'd like to see you petition the government so that we could send you material from Hawaii without going through all kinds of hassles and having to wait 10 years for a cutting to get through inspection. You know, you've got to, in strength and numbers, so you got to say, hey, and you may have to make changes legislatively. I don't know how the local government works, but you may have to force change, you know, from the bottom, you know, to the top rather than just trying that. But the association is going to be able to do that much better than individual farmers.
Yeah, thank you, Ken, for that suggestion. Remember, we were saying that there's about 40 fruit trees, but actually there can be many, many more and many varieties within those. But some of these have to come from outside. We heard about Southeast Asia, and so the association can help work with biosecurity and government to bring in more planting material. So I think that's another good suggestion. What else? Somebody out there is thinking, many of you are farmers or coming from different places. If an association was formed, what would you like that association to do to help you? Other suggestions?
Can I answer too as a
Please,
farmer?
yeah.
So I'd like to have regular training. I'd like the association to host regular training, and these are training in seed propagation, marketing, and all the skills that we need as a grower to know, even trimming our fruit trees. And you know which fruit trees, how often we need to feed it, etc. So
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, great suggestion. Again, more about providing ongoing support. So as your trees are growing, you might need help. Not only training, but a lot of these guavas and things are susceptible to fruit flies. So learning about bagging or how you can prevent pest and disease from killing all of your plants and things like that. So these are all really important points. Please. And this is a really great point also, because in order for an association to be effective, it can't just be based in one place. So after we hear from our friends all the way from Didia, I want to think about how this association might be able to be meaningful if you are in another part of Fiji or in an outer island. We can be talking a little bit about how it can set up so that you don't have to come all the way to Nadi. So please, let's hear from Susana.
I'm from India, the Agro, Organic Island. You're in a workshop from Thursday, from Friday up until this morning. So I'm grateful to be here. Well, I'm from one of the outlying islands up there, and we have so many fruit trees there, but they grow wild. And it's good to have an association where we can be part of it, so that we can just come, sit down, listen, and then we can get or contribute to what we can do to develop the fruit association, or how it is. Because normally in the village, we just go to the bush, we climb the tree, we harvest the fruit, we eat it out there, and we leave it there. So we need to promote the So we value and the importance of bringing the fruits from there to the table. So we just love climbing up the tree, eat it on top of the tree or under the tree, and that's it.
Naka, thank you. And I think one of the things that's been special about today is we had so many different ways to enjoy fruit, didn't we? Yeah. We had fruit juices, we had dried fruit, we had fruit chips, and I think these are really good ideas, isn't it? Like, you can only sit down and eat so many bananas. But if you have creative ways to serve it in our homes, I think that's a really great example. So, great from Lao. I know we have some participants from Taviuni as well. So maybe the next question is like, how might we be able to have an association that services different islands where we can bring people together even though we're on different parts of Fiji? I don't know if anybody has any suggestions or any thoughts about that. And then before I'm going to turn and ask our friends from the Hawaii Tropical Fruit Association, because also they have 8 main islands and their association has some chapters, so maybe they're going to talk a little bit about how they work that. But before I hand it to them, does anybody else have anything they want to add on their way? Where's some of our friends from Taviuni? I know Titi Taviuni is here and Tutu is here.
They're all at the beauty.
Oh, they're getting their feet scrubbed.
They're at the beauty tent.
Okay, so maybe Ken or Mark, you want to just tell us how you coordinate amongst different islands. So you have a one Hawaii association, but then you have different island chapters.
If I can get up. Thanks. I ate too many breadfruit chips. So each of our chapters has little. They're independent in terms of what they do on their island. And then once a year we have a conference that all the islands get together in one place, and we have guest speakers pretty much from around the world. You're coming next year in October, right? So we're going to make them work. At each of those yearly conferences, we have a general meeting, and we pick the board of directors for the following year. The chapters, excuse me, we also provide plant material for the chapters who have about 2 acres on every island, so that they can grow plant material to share with the membership of each island. Our network is about 2,000 people, and so technically, including them, we're the largest tropical fruit group. Now, we work with groups in India, Japan, Philippines, Israel, Florida, California. And now Fiji. There's a lot of independent fruit groups together. So I guess I envision a World Tropical Fruit Association made up of Fiji and Hawaii and California and Israel and Mexico, because there are people who are dedicated to fruit, growing, marketing, processing, and the more we share this information, the easier it will become to fulfill the mission that we feel close to. So that's pretty much it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so if we could just imagine what this potentially means. You could be a farmer in Lao or in Taviuni, and when you become a part of a farmer group, like a chapter, then you're connected to the Fiji chapter. And then the Fiji chapter is connected to the Hawaii chapter. And so even though you're one farmer and you're in a remote place, because you're a part of a group that's a part of a group, you're connected. And let me tell you, one of the things that makes a vulnerable farmer more resilient is that they are connected. And so thank you for sharing that example. And maybe this is something that we could think about. There could be a few islands that would like to have a island chapter, and then they can have their meetings, and then once a year they can come together. The other thing that Ken has been telling me is that the association has on these different islands a collection of fruit trees. So they have one farmer that has a collection of all of the fruit trees. And that collection is on one farm, but it also belongs to the members of the association so that they can collect seeds and planting material. And this is a way where you can take all of this diversity and make sure that it is out in the different islands. Another example that they told me about was these goals to plant certain number of fruit trees. But not just giving it out to anybody, but giving it to really committed farmers. And so that we can ensure that more fruit trees are out there. So these are a few examples and a few things that some of the Fiji growers have been talking about. So if you don't mind, because we won't talk for long today, but I just want to turn and ask, we have a fruit farmer from the Solomon Islands and also a fruit farmer from Tonga. So maybe one of you wants to share a little bit, how does your group work together in the Solomon Islands? Thank you.
Thank you. As Kyle said, that in the Solomons, it's similar to Fiji too. Like the fruit trees are just there, but no organization. So I'm very happy to attend this seminar of fruit trees and fruits. And happy too that I'll be experience of what is happening now. Like for us, back in the Solomons, I'm leading a group of 15 members, and we grow our trees, and we open markets at the capital city, Honiara, and we open market too in the hotels, in the restaurants, and we have in the main markets, because in Honiara we have like markets all around the town. So we don't come and sit in the market. We just come and supply we call them middlemen, resellers. So they are our friends. And we always supply them. And by the way, this time we have these phones, communication system. So a lot of us farmers just sit in the farm, then we sell our produce. And fruits is like coming up, like with diabetes and the disease in our country, getting worse now. The government is starting to look into promoting this. And we thank you for the PFON and groups like the supporters of the Pacific Islands. So I'm very happy too. The other point I want to raise is, I'm a lone farmer in the village. I think Kyle reached my village. But now I'm in Fiji through this network of farmers. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much, John. And I think that's the point too, is when you're connected to a group or connected to an association, there's so many opportunities for learning from each other, and so that's a really great point. And now I would like to ask my friend from Tonga, who's the biggest papaya farmer in Tonga, and maybe he's a little bit modest. So before he talks, I just want to tell you, I've been to his farm, and not only is he a good farmer, but he's a good businessman. The first farmer to secure a contract selling his papaya to the primary schools. And this is a contract leading out. So we'll just give some time to share. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Carl, for this opportunity for me. My name is Salia. I come from Tonga. On our way from this morning, from where we staying, I recognize on the way that did you taste the spirit of Fiji? So now I taste the spirit of Fiji on the fruit. And before we end here, fruit is health. Fruit is wealth. It sounds great for everyone here to have this opportunity. So making an organization, I was thinking about Tonga. We living in a stage of level. Like an example, Hawaii is on level 1, Fiji is level 2, maybe someone at level 3, maybe Tonga is level 5. Making an association, which means for me, we come together, working together, share the knowledge of the higher level to bring up the lower level. Like we share this knowledge, so Tonga is level 5, maybe come to level 3. So it's encourage the weak government, weak country like Tonga to become stronger, of having different idea, good idea, sweet planning to brought up our country to be like Solomon, I think. So I one of the member of the Prophet in Tonga. It's Grower Federation. Our aims to make the farmer people rich. So I really love them, what they say. You don't stop farming when you get old. You get old when you stop farming. I learned a lot of lessons from when I come to Fiji this time. Mr. Buma, thank you very much for this perfect idea. I'll take it back to Tonga and try to encourage every farmer in Tonga to continue on working. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Offered getting Modoron Kotoa. Malo.
Thank you very much. Right now, I just want to turn back to our chief guests on the stage. Maybe Save from the ministry, or Chanja, or either Sanjay or Sant. Do you have any kind of reflections or remarks or advice or something as we start to conclude this? Because as I mentioned, we're kind of fact-finding, figuring out how we can really take this to the next level. And as I said, government can't do it alone, and the farmers and the private sector can't do it alone. But actually, when we're working together, we can have some real impact. So maybe, if you don't mind, I'm going to, first I'll pass it to Save from the ministry and Chandra, and then either Sanjay or Sant, and then we'll move on with the program. Don't want to talk too long, yeah? Okay, here we go.
Thank you, Kylie. Yeah, I think that's very true. Forming a farmers association is the way to go. I think there's a lot of commodities in Fiji. They already have and organized associations. We did not see any fruit growers associations. So I think this is the right time to establish a fruit growers association in Fiji, so that we work holistically in developing this industry. One way, while we are trying to fix production issues, this type of groups can also focus on promoting value additions. We have food technologists, we have a product development at Cornivia. They've been moving around. As I've mentioned earlier, this is mango season. There will be lots of wastage. There's a lot of wastage of mango. What do we do with it? So this is a good opportunity time, to have this type of association, identify key drivers in the association to drive the association, and link it up with government, because government provides policy direction, can also provide funding support, and can also provide environment for us to move the industry forward. And The other thing is also the Ministry of Agriculture has encouraged farmers to form associations. We are helping farmers in terms of cluster group or having associations, or also assisting growers to establish cooperatives. Because if you look at our extension officers, the ratio of one farmer or one extension officer to farmer, it's huge. Some localities you can have one staff is to 500 farmers. If you talk about central division, is one staff is to more than 1,000 farmers. So we encourage us to work in groups so that we target farmers in groups, so that when you come in groups, you come in bigger numbers, so we sort out issues within the group level. And also when assistance is provided by government, it goes through the association, it goes through these clusters that has been developed. Thank you.
Sorry, just before Chandra, I think it's great you heard that directly from the Ministry of Agriculture. And I think also thinking about his point about identifying as an association, what are the real drivers, what are the real activities? So you can't do everything even as an association, but I think that's a really important point, and it's great to hear the ministry talk about working through and with associations. And we're so happy that you've supported this event and continue to support that. So now we'll ask Chandra from the International Fund for Agriculture Development. And as you heard, this project is all about farmer organizations, partnering with farmer organizations. And so IFAD as an organization also believes in what the ministry has been talking about. So maybe you have some remarks or some advice for us?
Thank you, Kyle. Probably first let me share my childhood memory, because you asked for it at the beginning. Yeah. When you asked and then I closed my eyes, I still remember at least 3 memories. First one, I have a very good mango tree in front of my house. We went to the supermarket and it's very sweet mango. And after I eat it, I just throw the seeds. And never expect to grow. And it's grow. It's very, very big, become kind of like covering our house, and it's very sweet. It's just until I married, the mango tree is still there. It's very, very sweet. It's one of memory. Second one, I was a bit naughty. So close to our house, there's a farm for the cashew. So I don't know whether any of you already tried the cashew fruit, not the nut, but the fruit. And it tastes kind of like sweet and sour. And I still remember a group of children, so I was one of them, and we steal the fruit, and then it's caught by the farm garden, and then the guards can yell at us, and then we run. I still remember, like I can really picture it very clearly. So it was when I was a child, but I'm not naughty anymore, so no worries. The third one, there's one fruit. Actually, I saw it here. It's kind of like apple custard. That's my mom, my late mom, always bought me in the market. So when she went to the fresh market, she always bought me that one. Even when I already married, have a kids, when I went home, she knew that it's my favorite fruit. She always went to the fresh market in the morning and then bought that like 2 kilos, 3 kilos, and I just finished it by my own. It's very great memories, and probably that's something that I think Kyle mentioned, how we can pass these memories to the next generation. Back about the opportunities, I think we all know here that the Pacific is blessed with natural resources, biodiversity, especially here in Fiji with fertile soil. But it's also come with the challenges as well, access to the market, finance. So how to address that, and something that probably we need to work together. I think everyone understands that it's just not only the farmers, farmer organization, government, as also IFAD as the financial institution or development partners. We need to work together how we can make it work. And project that we support at the moment, farmer organization at the Africa, Caribbean, and the Pacific. So Pacific is part of the global area. And the next one, the next stage, even getting one package for the Asia and the Pacific. And we recognize the importance of the farmer organization. It's also similar to the private, how to help with the smallholder farmers in terms of accessing the right varieties, because we need to make sure that this is something that the market can take up and have a good also value income for the people as well, for the farmers. Other area, this is something that we also discussed last time, and we had the indigenous people forum consultation last week. And one of them that I shared, I think there's probably some of us here is also part of the regenerative agriculture. So basically the organic certification, but not to sell the product with it's more expensive, but to sell it as the tourism package. Because being in Nadi, for example, if you have farm with the fruit, sometimes you don't need to sell the fruit. You sell the experience. For those that from the tropical countries like me, I would love to come because it's remember home. And those that come from other part of the world, doesn't have the tropical fruit, they will love to come, pick the fruit, experience that, even pay with the more money. So sometimes not necessarily about the products, but how we packaging and make an experience. So what we sell is the experience. And I'm sure here, with a lot of resort, can easily sell, I don't know, $40 Fijian dollars package per person. I mean, like one person can probably only eat 2 mango max. So even if we look at the mango size that they can consume, it's already very big, promising market. So just want to encourage to look at different way about the market, but I think this important one to keep the knowledge to the next young generation, so they can have same memory that we had, and then pass the next and the next and the next generation, and will not lose. Okay, probably that's all. Kyle, over to you.
Thank you so much, Chandra. Again, I hope that you guys heard not only the ministry but also the development partners want to work with groups. They want to work with organizations. So that is another, I think, reason that we should get organized as fruit growers, because we can see that government and development partners find it very hard to work with individual farms. So that could be a good partner for the farmer organization. And I'm glad also that you brought up the agritourism or the experiences, because we know that the tourism industry is very important, but not everybody benefits. And so this is another way maybe that the fruit farmers can benefit from the tourism industry through these experiences, and we have, I think, some people that are doing that. So that's a great lesson, and thank you for sharing that, Chandra, and for being with us for so long. I know you have to be back in the SIDS. So we want to, before I hand it back to the MC, I don't know whether Sant or Sanjay have some reflections about this association and maybe what you would like to see.
I personally think forming a new association is going to be important. You've got to start with what you've got in the country. What we've basically started here on the left-hand side. Did anyone go through that, and can anyone give me any other suggestions of any other fruit trees that I could steal off you?
Yeah, we had one farmer that said he's got durian, and I think he brought a couple of plants or something.
Yep, he definitely did bring a couple of durian. Yep. Now, the opportunity in what we've got here and what we can get into the country is more important, I think. Will change the livelihood of a lot of people. I think like Fiji red papaya came from Hawaii. It grows better in Fiji than it does in Hawaii. Yeah? Dragon fruit was introduced to the country. It provides income for a lot of farmers. The Fiji red is the #1 crop export out of the country. So we need to introduce the fruits that there will be fruits definitely out there in other countries that will work in Fiji, and it will change people's lives. So the important thing for myself is going to be try and build on what I have there already. Me and Dad started that about 12 months ago. We've missed a few, but I think any association will. That's a start off. I mean, Ken and Mark touched on that. Their association got 400 fruit trees in a single database. Our database we've started is 44 here. There is a lot more. There's double that out there. So let's get it together. Let's try it out and see if we can multiply from that. And then tourism as well. It's like Chandra said, is tourism. When a tourist lands in Fiji, he goes to what tropical fruit, local tropical fruit should I try in Fiji? You can apple, orange. But it's important. It's important for us to know and educate our people. Coconut, yeah. So that's what the tourists are looking for. I don't know if there's got anything.
Sant? Oh, try. You can say whatever you want.
Something. Yeah, Carl, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Association, council, or whatever it is, eh? So if you mix up the association, say fruit and vegetable association, see, fruit association, all the members of the same interest might work better. But once you get to fruit and vegetable association, I think we have in Fiji. What is happening with fruit and vegetable association? I think it's there. When you ask people, oh, it's already there. What they do, what is happening, eh? That's why we started with fruits. I've been with the Ministry of Agriculture for 32 years. And all our efforts, even the agricultural show, from livestock, roots, fruits, everything is included there. So agriculture as a whole is emphasis, but there is no focus. And I've been here working with Nature Cooperative for 18 years. That's fruit and vegetables there, but we got 4 commodities into New Zealand, 1 into Australia. 20 years now. We have lost 20 years. Only 4 commodities into New Zealand, 1 into Australia. Where is the 5th one into New Zealand and the 2nd one to Australia? I think by joining this fruit association, there is a lot of opportunity around us. Look at only New Zealand. I think good opportunity is dragon fruit. It's hanging in front of me here. It's selling $22 a kilo in our supermarkets. But I think there's an opportunity for us to take it and develop it locally, and also New Zealand is buying it all the way from Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. And about 22 years ago they came to look at our HTFA machine in Nadi. And today they are exporting more than 1 million tons into 60 different countries. I don't know whether they have association of dragon fruit or fruit in general. I don't know. And so I think association like is a good team, teamwork. Look at Fiji Sevens. A good teamwork, good selection, and good coach as well. And they've been winning, Just like Fiji papaya, we have been in Australia and New Zealand. It took us to get protocol developed to get into Australia 8 years. And then one stage we were getting with the or Fiji red papaya. Fiji red papaya is not a variety. Fiji red is a brand name given by us at Nature's Way Cooperative. It's a sunrise solo from Hawaii. So we gave the brand name Fiji red. And at one stage you were not selling any papaya into Sydney, but in Sydney market it was selling Fiji red. So we were interested to find it out where it is coming from. Northern Queensland, Glaston, red into. So that's something that developed market and all that. So I think let's get together, put our major effort, and I think definitely we're gonna win the race. So this is not only for the Fiji. I'm looking at the whole Pacific. The whole Pacific. There are people living in Tonga Samoa and others like Fiji. So let's join hand with them and share and care with the race. Thank you.
Thank you, Sant, and inspiring. It really has to be a team. When Sant was talking about the team needs a good coach and they need players with different skills, I really am reminded. We have a wonderful opportunity with a lot of these older people with a lot of the experience. So combining the energy of the young people with the wisdom of the old people, we can really make a big impact. Sant and Sanjay are really providing a really good example. So I'm going to hand it back over to Lavinia. I just want to share that as an organization, PIFON is going to be helping to support the newly formed Fruit Growers Association. So Mohinesh has been kind of leading this process over the last couple of weeks and the last couple of days, and we're excited to see what happens in the future. I just want to say thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle. A round of applause for Kyle, please. So as you can see, it's good that we can come together, and it's good that we can discuss this. And so now, with all the discussions that have taken place, now the emphasis is on Mohinesh and the team to then go back and try and put your ideas together and then reach out. I hope that each one of you, as you came in this morning, you registered. That's very important, because part of that registration is we have your contact details, because that's the only way that the team can reach out back to you to then gather you together to go to the next step. Right? And so if we manage to achieve that, that will be a great outcome of this, at least this historical tropical fruit festival that we have here today. And so again, thank you for those wise words and discussions, Kyle, and from every one of you that also inputted into that discussion. Before we end our day today with our vote of thanks, I'm going to hand over to Sanjay. There's some gifts, there's some prizes. But before he comes on, I'm going to give out the first hat. Can anyone tell me who's the name of our chief guest today? Anyone? Anyone wants a hat? You have to give me his full name.
Full name.
Everybody knows him as Chandra. Yeah. Anyone? No? Mere? Congratulations, at least you get the hat. Naka.
All right, looks like everyone's ready to take that afternoon nap. We'll get it closed off pretty shortly. Now, we had a tropical fruit quiz. How did Google go? Google help you out a lot? Okay, the first question was, how long does it take fruits to transit your digestive system? Fruit's the quickest, 30 to 40 minutes. Fruit is the quickest. Vegetables, 2 to 3 hours, about 1.5 to 3 hours. Meat, 6 hours. 6 hours. Just transiting, not passing it through, but transiting through the digestive system. What's the national fruit of Fiji?
Coconut.
No. Mango. Mango. The most consumed. Yep. The most consumed fruit globally. That's it. Banana. One of the most sacred and absolutely essential fruit in Fiji. I'm full to Fijians, not only in food, in many other aspects of daily life. What fruit am I? Coconut. Yes. The coconut you eat every day. You use the oil. A lot of taste test. This was the one. You can't Google this one. Can you guess the missing ingredient that was used in our famous Bula Agro tamarind food drink? Tamarind, camphor, ginger, lemongrass, basil seed, water, sugar. Water, sugar. I'm a part of a fruit plant. The closest one I got here. Who picked garlic? You get a prize. Give it a prize. It's not garlic. It's not garlic. Give it a prize. Give it a prize. Come on down.
Come.
You got 4 right.
Okay, stay there, John.
The next one is Elizabeth, that got the last one wrong. Dragon fruit. Where is Elizabeth? Hey, no, you're not Elizabeth.
All right.
This one, we're getting close. Remika. Lemon leaves. We're getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close. Yeah, that's it. Only one person got it right. And Riaz Dean. Honeyman.
Oh, here.
Where? Oh, here he is.
Doctor.
Yeah, he's the doctor. What was it? Kaffir lemon.
Kaffir lemon.
Kaffir lime.
Lime, nice.
Kaffir lime. Yeah, that was it.
So we're on to our final stage of our program, and it's the vote of thanks from Sant. And I think... Yeah, sorry, we put your name in. We didn't tell you.
Well, MC, thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
For those that we handed those prizes over to, please come in later and pick a tropical fruit of your choice from here. Okay?
Wow.
Take one home.
Already. Oh, yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I'd like to thank our chief guest for taking his time to be with us for the day. And I think it was a great day, not only for him, for everybody else. So for his effort, I'll, on behalf of Bula Agro, IFAD, and Ministry of Agriculture, I'd like to hand over a small gift. And together with this, there is a plant that you already cut and planted. So tell your driver to put it in your car and take it to the. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sankumar. It's very honored and good to be here again, surrounding with the friends and family. And as mentioned again, it's not difficult choice to be here. So it's been great and lovely days that's coming with us. Hopefully there will be next Waterways Food Festival. I'm looking forward, and thank you so much again for spending time. Also, very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
There are others I like to thank by name. If I don't do that, I don't think I will be doing justice. As we went along, and our chief guest still got a garland in his neck. He doesn't want to part with it. And that garland was made by a famous lady, Alin Ganesh. Alin for giving that opportunity. And that kept up the theme of fruit. I gave her some artificial fruits. I said, might spoil his check. I don't know where it is and see the nature of it. Ministry of Agriculture, although they were part of this organization, but I think they have too many other things. Like Lenga field day tomorrow, and meetings and other things, eh? And they had a agricultural show in Suba, but I think that was spoiled by the weather and the ground was fit enough to plant rice. But I thank God as well for giving us this opportunity today. Beautiful day. So, Ministry of Agriculture and also, as Carl said, I think we have to give the opportunity to the younger generation. So in my case, if it wasn't Sanjay and his wife and his young son, I don't think I would have achieved this. Although they're based in Brisbane, but they were always with me. Hey, how about this, how about that, how about that. And all this decoration, preparation is done by him. And all these sets the ladies have, dancing. I don't know where he got it from, but maybe I'm laughing at all with everybody. And I think all of you agree the refreshment booth. Even I never ever had things that were prepared. And she has been sending me the recipes from Brisbane. I want this, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. Running like a madman and trying to get it everything. And I think it came out very well.
Yes, yes, very well.
A big help for Nadi. And the young guy, where is he? Oh. He's only 14 years old. But with the guidance, he prepared all these. All these posters. Lemon, lime, coconut, pineapple, bananas. Got it out of computer and prepared this. And then in a stand and you put it, either you put it close to the tree or you put it with the fruit. And director research commented that we haven't got this, maybe you might give him some orders, the young guy. So it was a tremendous effort, and I agree with Kyle that have to be old and young. Eh? It's like the old Indian saying, when you're plowing the field, you have a young bull and an old bull. So old bull keeps him in the track for plowing. And then, when talking to this food festival, talking to Carl, and I didn't know that he's talking to people in Hawaii. And he said two gentlemen are coming from there, one for propagation, the other for value adding. I think value adding is very important for us for the future of this fruit industry. Like mangoes, is so much wasted. But Eileen prepared some beautiful, just finished, mango ice cream. Maureen. And we got so much mangoes in the season, we can preserve it. So ice cream, jelly, and value added dried fruits and things like that, out of the season. So hanging out from a group, we go. Then we have our friends from Tonga, Solomon. So before we completed this, I think we already spread the news. Triple fruit, it's already there. So they're going to take it up. And so my vision is not only Fiji, not only NCDs and things like that. The most commonly required is the vitamin C. Where do we get the vitamin C from? Pharmacy? Yes, definitely. Tablets. But then guava. Guava, and then Suriname cherry. That's the tree here. Last week, it was the last harvest. One of the richest source of vitamin C. Kumquat, sweet and sour kumquat. Sweet carambola. All this. And then one of my friends liked the idea of getting it from the pot planting. He took one drum, he took one graft of kumquat, he planted it. When it started growing, he took his 3-year-old son to harvest it. And then brought it home dinner, they had lemon and lemon. Next day when they're having dinner, no lemon. And the son, 3-year-old, reminding the father, "Hey, Tata, Molly." That means he haven't got the molly for the dinner. So, younger generation, that way they're learning. You know? So, here based at Bula Agro, they give us a problem, we think about it, what is the best solution for it? It's like building the nurseries during the cyclone season. We tried so many and we found micro, mini and midi nurseries. Disaster coming and we close it down, put it up. With the seedlings in the nursery, we got containers storage and too much diseases and things like that. We have sterilizers and things. So that message is passed on to a lot of people. And now we have the friends here gathering. Thank you very much for coming along. And that demonstrated what we call tell a woman. That's one. Bees. I think bees is very important for pollination. If there is no bees, maybe no. And then it's the health. So we eat fruit, nutrient inside. But the ladies came in and say, fruit also will make you beauty outside. Did any one of you get any massage? I don't know. I was the first appointee, but I didn't have time to do it. So thank you very much. And then the Ministry of Agriculture. Ministry of Agriculture and Tutu Training Center from Tabini, they prepared a lot of dishes. And then that's the, so thank you everybody for coming in here. And I think we have formed a team today, and as for the future, we're gonna be more successful. Yeah,
There's a group of people I'd really like to thank today. Is the hard-working team from Bula Agro. Can I get all the ladies up here that put it all this together for us, please? Thank you. Come on, ladies. Oh, there's some missing. There's some missing. Some ran away. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. Here you go. Yeah. On the stage. On the stage. All right. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. Thank you. There's a lot of hard work that went into getting this set up. Without these ladies, this would not have happened. 5:30 starts, 6, 7 away from the families. It's all the name of but thank you.